Can we trust Pam Bondi to soon reveal the Epstein files? Yeah, we all got left with a bunch of nothing, bunch of disappointment with the anticlimactic release of the Epstein files. So Pam Bondi demanded that the Southern District of New York, the FBI, give all of the information that they have and bring it to her desk. And apparently she got it. She got a truckload of stuff.
I gave them a deadline of Friday at 8 a.m. to get us everything, and a source had told me where the documents were being kept. Southern District of New York, shock.
Got a whistleblower that confirmed that there were way more documents that they were supposed to turn over.
A source said, whoa, all this evidence is sitting in the Southern District of New York.
Yep.
So based on that, I gave them the deadline, Friday at 8, a truckload of evidence arrived. It's now in the possession of the FBI. Cash is going to get me and himself, really, a detailed report as to why all these documents and evidence had been withheld. And, you know, we're going to go through it as fast as we can.
Well, that is a very positive development. I was not feeling very good about this a couple of days ago. And there was, concern that they just might burn all the evidence down and that there wasn't going to be anything. Now, where she was claiming, I had all this information on my desk, it's disgusting. And then we got really nothing came out of that. But now she's got the truckload of evidence. And now she's saying they're going to go through it and finally, hopefully release it. I don't know what the timeline is, but that's still a development. So she's still on the line. So they're not burying the story. I do like Kash Patel. And there's going to be some good people in the FBI. And she just mentioned that there was, one whistleblower that told her. And speaking of that, this is part of my headline here, is Dirty Dennehy. Does he deserve to be raided and arrested? So here's this top FBI official forced out after criticizing Trump targeting agents who investigated January 6th. He's also accused of stonewalling the Bureau's release of the Epstein documents to the Attorney General's office. So now we have a name and a picture and a resignation. And he's the head of the FBI New York field office. So here's one of your deep state swamp creatures behind the scenes, obstructing justice. And he was given the choice to resign or be fired, James Dennehy, but he decided to retire since he was eligible. Saying yes, make him famous. Hiding Epstein files, refusing to turn them over. I think the FBI should raid his office and arrest him. Well, if they got everything they needed, then I guess maybe he's off the hook, although perhaps a raid is in question. And perhaps a punishment at some point is in order. If you're obstructing justice and you're in the FBI, then there needs to be something that gets done. We deserve an answer for why he did what he did, and did anybody, who was pulling his strings? And you had an FBI whistleblower, Garrett O'Boyle, talking about that botched Epstein release, that the FBI was covering it up, and that they were working to destroy incriminating evidence, including wiping out the servers. But not everybody is optimistic. Got Representative Anna Paulina Luna telling Matt Gaetz she's not confident about Pam Bondi's release of the Epstein client list.
Based on what I'm hearing from the Attorney General, she keeps saying that she is going to release something. So I'm going to take her at her word for that. Now, whether that something is a full list, we have asked for the full list. We have asked for all of the documentation. We are pushing for maximum transparency. But again, we do not hold declassification authority. That is, again, up to the Attorney General. Now, what I can tell you is I'm very optimistic about MLK, RFK, and JFK. And I can also tell you that we are actually told to get information from the CIA Inspector General that there was whistleblowers, that the Inspector General has reports and names of potentially people still alive that actually reported that the CIA, back when JFK JFK was assassinated, never handed over all the evidence to Congress. And so that's an interesting development because, as you know, there's so much information and so many questions surrounding the assassination of JFK, and I think that that helps to answer some of the questions.
Yeah, it was interesting. Part of the JFK thing is where they were going to release a bunch. They all of a sudden they found like 2,400 or 2,500 like files that had been that the public hasn't seen in, I don't know, 60 years. So they've been hiding that for a long, long time. And we'll see if they come out with this Epstein stuff. I don't know what's going to come first. But we're all patiently waiting. I mean, obviously the Epstein stuff, if they just got a truckload of evidence, that is going to take a while to go through. And there are going to be some redactions, at least, you know, for the victims or what have you. But none of the other things, MLK, RFK, JFK, none of that should have any redactions. Just put out the evidence, put it all out, throw it in, and let people dig through it. But why is that taking so long? I'm not sure.